لا تنسى الاشتراك وتفعيل جرس الإشعارات لتتوصل بجديدنا دائما.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
You started sharing some things with me that just kind of blow my mind. So I felt like this would be a good time to share. If you don't mind, to share a little bit about what you know, what you've been finding out from some of your sources, tremendous sources, about Planet X.
Yes, actually, Brother Paul, I have right here in my hand, this memory stick was given to me by an astronomer.
Okay.
And he shared this information with me, and he told me, he says, it's hard to open the file. You have to have a certain way to be able to open this file. And he said, if you have any trouble with it, let me know and I'll walk you through it. But we talked to me about it in detail beforehand.
Okay.
And he said to me, he says, the information on here is information that comes right from NASA, places like that. And of course, he said, Planet X is real.
Now, he's an astronomer.
He's an astronomer, but he doesn't call it Planet X.
Okay.
All right. He uses their technical name, and I forget what he actually called it at the time. But he tells me about. He said there was one astronomer that is accurate in his information. He said that was a guy from South America that when he was much older, and this guy that gave this to me is like in his 70s as well. He says to me that this. And again, I forget what he called it now, but he doesn't call it Planet X. He said it's coming in, it's in behind the sun. He said the only way, so when people say they photograph it and they try to show you this photo, he said it's not true. He said it's got to be filtered, and I forget what kind of filter he tells me about, but it's got to be filtered. And he said then you can get the image. Well, I've got images here of Planet X on here that he gives to me as well in this.
What?
But then he gives all the technical details about this, and I mean, it's way over my head.
So what you're saying is they don't call it Planet X or Nibiru.
No.
But it's the same thing.
Exactly.
And they admit it's the same thing.
And I asked him specifically, or you're talking about what people call Planet X. He said that's exactly what it is. It's Planet X, what we're talking about here. And he said it does an elliptical orbit.
Yeah.
Just like the man from South America, the astronomer from South America said, it's an elliptical orbit that it's in. And he said, it's going to come through. He said, now I asked him though, because I wanted to know, when is it coming?
Mm-hmm.
He said, that's one piece of information that I didn't, he said I needed one more in order to give the calculations of its actual orbit. He said, but in my opinion,
okay,
any time between now and 2025, he said, I believe it will come through. He says, now it's going to boomerang coming out, when it comes out around the sun.
Is it like a perihelium? Does it?
لا تنسى الاشتراك وتفعيل جرس الإشعارات لتتوصل بجديدنا دائما.